Good evening, everybody. I hope you guys are doing well. I wanted to bring this here to you guys' attention. So today we are going to go through an educational video here on crypto. So we are going to focus on my video here is going to focus on Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, and XRP. So this is a video for crypto traders, and this is the video for those that trade crypto related stocks from the stock market. So I'm excited to bring you something really groundbreaking here with this chart. I see us getting a big rally in crypto in the days and weeks ahead here. So we are in what I call cryptomania. So cryptomania, let's all enjoy it. So my name is Richard Adjei, and I'm co-founder of Trading Rich and head trader here at Trading Rich. So I'm going to go through. We are going to use technical charts to predict where price is going. So the reason why I like technical analysis is that technical analysis puts the probability in our favor. No hype, no sentiment, no crazy news here and there. It doesn't really matter, right? Because typically you get to see the move on the charts before the news comes out. So here I'm seeing a big breakout coming on Bitcoin. And actually, like those that joined our masterclass on Tuesday, we had a masterclass at Trading Rich on Tuesday. So if you want to watch a replay of that masterclass, so this is the masterclass here. So the masterclass was on the final rally or the big crash. So this is an important masterclass for every market participant. It doesn't matter if you're a crypto investor, a trader, or a stock market investor or trader. This is a must watch because what is coming is something that is going to surprise a lot of investors and traders. So it's better to be ahead of the game and know what is coming so that you can prepare very well. Are we going to have a final rally? Are we going to get a break crash? The question is going to be answered in this masterclass. So if you want to watch the masterclass, what you need to do is that you can click on here. You go to our website, that's tradingrich.com. You join the free community, and once you join the free community, just free of charge, you can watch the masterclass free of charge. So that's where you can watch this masterclass. So you do not want to miss this because you don't want to be caught flat-footed. A lot of investors are going to, a lot of traders and investors are going to be shocked when this happens. So do not be one of them where you want to, don't, you have to go in and take action. Okay. So watch this masterclass and you'll be glad you did. Okay. So let's go back to the chart of Bitcoin. So in the masterclass, we had a masterclass where I talked about Bitcoin, saying that Bitcoin was going to rally in the days and weeks ahead here, and we are seeing it happening now. So it's not something new. Okay, so here I'm going to explain to you why Bitcoin is rallying. Right, it's important to know what it is. This is not about news. This is not about catalysts. This is not about all that stuff. All what matters is the charts. Right. When immediately I understood technical analysis, I realized that the news is good to have the news, but it's not really that important, right? What really matters is the charts. What is price? So I follow the price and I follow the trend. That is it, right? If I have the news, that's great news. I can add it to my trade thesis, but it's not really relevant to me, right? So the most important thing is what is the price telling me? So here I have the weekly chart of Bitcoin. So these are candlestick charts of Bitcoin. So you can see here that so on Bitcoin, this is 2017 highs. Okay, this trend line you see here, this orange trend line here, I call it the mother of all trend lines when it comes to the crypto market because Bitcoin is the main cryptocurrency, right? Without Bitcoin, there's no crypto, right? So Bitcoin is the main cryptocurrency, right? The number one cryptocurrency. So if Bitcoin is going down, most of the times all the other coins are also going to go down as well with it. Okay. So here in this chart, you are going to see something really striking, right? With this mother of all trend lines. So here you can see that this is the 2017 highs of Bitcoin. And then once you extend it, this comes to the 2021 highs. We had two highs in 2021, one here, and then we got this double top, and then sort of. So anytime price has come here, it has crashed Bitcoin by 80% or more, right? Here we had 86%. Here we had 81%. Here too, this was 81% as well, right? If you combine the two, it's 81%. And then here we got a smaller pull here. So this was from here to here was a smaller pullback. This was a 30% rejection from this highs of this trend line to here, right? So if you extend this trend line, it goes to the all-time highs, right? So the all-time highs here was in June, right? August, June. We had the all-time highs for Bitcoin, which was somewhere here. Okay. So I'm going to mark it as why that was 125,000. Okay. Fair enough. So what we realize here is that this trend line here is a critical trend line because this is from 2017. 2017 to now is how many years? That's 8 years. So in technical analysis, once you have a trend line that is that long, right? The longer the trend line, the stronger it is, right? So in order to break that kind of trend line, you need a lot of force, right? It's like a brick wall, like a very solid brick wall, right? In order to break it, you need brute force. You need a lot of force to break it. So here in the summer, Bitcoin tried to break it, right? Bitcoin tried to break it here, but it could not get the job done, right? So in technical analysis, this is called a failed breakout, right? So it popped here, it went out, it could not get the job done, and then it topped out here in August. It traded at 125,000, and then it pulled back and came down here, okay? So right now, what Bitcoin is doing is that Bitcoin is trading within what is called, in technical analysis, is called a bull flag, right? A bull flag. And now we have this bullish engulfing candle here today that broke above this. So we have this, the weekly chart. I'll go to the daily chart to show you what's happening here. So this makes it very nice. Okay, so I'm going to take off the all-time high number and I'm going to put this here. So basically what we are seeing here is that we are seeing Bitcoin is about to break above this parallel channel, right? So once it breaks above here, it is going to squeeze, and I believe Bitcoin will go to 130,000 very soon. So you are hearing it here for the first time, and I'm using technicals to show you where price is going, right? And Bitcoin tends to overshoot, so it can be 130,000 or more. So my year-end target for Bitcoin is going to be somewhere around 160,000 to 180,000 by the end of the year. So Bitcoin still has room. And then once you break an 8-year-old trend line, it leads to what is called a squeeze, a short squeeze, because there are a whole bunch of guys that have been shorting Bitcoin. And basically what they do is that they put their order here at around this trend line. Every time they have made money from it, 86%, 81%, here 30%. So they were also here again. They got some pullback, but it did not really lead to a big sell-off. So now those guys are going to be in trouble, right? Once Bitcoin breaks up. Okay, so let's go back here and look at this and see what's happening. So where is price going? So basically, I just used a simple trend line here, connected the highs of July 12th and the all-time highs of August 25. You put a trend line like that, and that will bring Bitcoin to somewhere around here. 128,000 approximately. Let's round it off to 130,000. Let's have a round number. So between 128 and 130,000, Bitcoin that's the next short-term target for Bitcoin. Okay. Now that we know the short-term target for Bitcoin, how do we play this, right? So as a stock market, I am an options trader. I focus on options and futures. So I look at how I'm going to trade it using the options market. So today, those that are part of our day trading service, we caught this move, right, on Coinbase. So Coinbase, right at the market open here, I told subscribers of the day trading service, I told them that Coinbase was showing our what I call the most lucrative options trading strategy, where the market maker was telling us a story, right? So those that know this strategy, it's very, very lucrative, right? So over here, we could see that Coinbase was consolidating at pre-market, right? Anytime you see this at pre-market, the stock is ready to explode to the upside or break down to the downside. So right at the gates, as part of our game plan, I told members that if at the open, let me go to the 2 minutes time frame. If at the open we get a bullish engulfing candle to the upside, like wait for 5 minutes, first 5 minutes candle, bullish engulfing candle to the upside, we were going to go long and buy the 360 calls on Coinbase. So Coinbase rallied. So first move, we pushed up. This was a nice move. We captured this was like a 16-point move. So we captured this move. We paid ourselves, and then we got this pullback. So this is a confirmation pullback, right? Confirmation that price is now want to head to the next level. So here, added in again and added to the same position. We had some runners, added into it, and rode it up onto this target. So our target for the day was the gap fill on the daily chart, right? And this really worked out well. So again, Coinbase is a crypto exchange, right? It's the only crypto exchange that is listed in the US stock market. When they listed in 2021, they listed at a very high valuation of $100 million, right? It's the first time we see a company like that lists in the stock market, in the crypto market, right? Something to do with crypto. So Coinbase. So anytime Bitcoin goes up, you see a stock like Coinbase go up because Coinbase stores Bitcoin for buying and selling. People that buy and sell Bitcoin, they go to Coinbase and use that as their broker. So over here, I see that on Tuesday, those that attended the same masterclass, I gave them this setup and I told them that Coinbase was about to break out. And on that day, Coinbase was still trading here. That was on Tuesday. So I told those attendees, the attendees of the masterclass, you can watch it on our in our community if you become a free member. So here, this was the trend line that I was watching, and this was Tuesday. Okay, so the masterclass was done on Tuesday, and I told those that attended that this is ready to go. It was about to move the next day, and boy oh boy, this really moved like crazy. So if you look at this was a trend line, and we could see that this what happened here. We got a breakout here, and I said that our target was here, the gap fill. So this came here and kissed it to the dot, and we this was a significant move. So today, for today's trade, I day traded this with the community, subscribers of Read Day Trades, and the return on investment was 643%. So I closed this before. So I closed this. Immediately we hit the gap fill. I set an alert on my phone. Immediately the gap fill price hit. I went into my broker, boom, and I sold, right? Because that was the mission, right? The trade plan was to sell at 376. So once we read the mission accomplished, it was done. So now that Bitcoin is looking to rally to 130,000, right? How do we play it? I'm going to play that using Coinbase, right? So what I see here is that I see an interesting trend line here on Coinbase. Let's see if it's over here. Yeah. So I see an interesting trend line here on Coinbase. So if this a hit here, hit there, and here, and then there, right? So if we're able to clear this gap fill here, if we break and hold of 376, we'll send Coinbase to the upside. So here you have all these red candles. This red candles forms what is called price imbalance in technical analysis. So that price imbalance has to be filled by green candles. So I believe that if Bitcoin, by the time Bitcoin gets to 130,000, I will not be surprised to see Coinbase trading at all-time highs or new all-time highs, right? So give or take before the end of the month or even in November, barring any kind of market sell-offs or anything like that, we are going to see Coinbase go to all-time highs pretty soon if Bitcoin continues its trend and the entire crypto market continues rallying. Okay, so that is our Coinbase. So that's how I'm going to play the Bitcoin move. Next, so the next one is I'm going to look at Ethereum. Okay, Ethereum here. Ethereum is the number 2 cryptocurrency after Bitcoin. So how do we play that one as well? We are going to go here. Let's see if I have my chart here. Perfect. Awesome. So my chart is over here. So here as well, we have this bull flag. So this is your flagpole. From here to here is your flagpole. This is your flagpole, and this is your flag, right? So we've been trading in this parallel channel. We've been going up and down, and we are now here. So if Ethereum is able to break above the upper channel of this parallel channel, this resistance here, then we are going to squeeze and go to here. So next profit target will be 4,760. Next profit target will be the previous all-time high, which is 4,963, and then from there we are going to move to new all-time high. So the new all-time highs is going to finally get Ethereum to the 5,000 magic number. But it tried to get there last time. It was just a few dollars close to it, but it couldn't get there. So a way that I'm going to play this breakout on Ethereum, if it goes and makes new all-time high, is to trade the Ethereum ETF, ETA, ETHA. I'll buy the options, right? Same thing with Coinbase. I'm going to buy the Coinbase options the same way we did traded today. So this is Ethereum options. So you can get the ETF, so you can get call options for that. So you can look it up and get the right call option and hold it, buy time on it and hold it and trade, right? Again, this is not financial advice. It's for education purposes. I'm just telling you my game plan, right? What I'm going to be doing with my money. Okay, so I'm going to be buying some ETHA call options and riding the wave to the all-time highs and beyond. Okay, so here the next one here is that you can buy this or you can buy the leverage ETF, ETHU, this one. You can buy this one too. This is a double leverage ETF. So again, know that this comes with high risk. So if you're buying it, you have to know what you're doing so that you don't lose a lot of money. Okay. So this one could be an alternative as well. If you want to spice things up, you want to take a little bit of risk. But if you are new to trading, just get the regular ETF and not the leverage one. Okay. So next ticker we have is Solana. Solana is the number 3 cryptocurrency. Okay. Number 3 cryptocurrency. Let's check this out. This one, I believe. Number 3 cryptocurrency. So Solana is setting up well as well. Let me pull where I have this chart. Okay, so with Solana, basically what you need to do is that for Solana, we are seeing a potential breakout here as well in Solana. So what I see here is I see this trend line here. If you look at this, you can see this trend line over here. And Solana, if Solana is able to break above this trend line, we are going to head to 260, and then we are going to finally come up to this all-time high, previous all-time high, and possibly make new all-time high. So what I'm watching for Solana is this trend line break. So you have here, this is your cap. This one looks like a handle, and once we break it, we are going to take off and go to all-time high. So how am I going to play this in the stock market? I'm going to use what is called, so there's Solana ETF. Okay, Solana ETF. So it's a double leverage ETF. SOL, I believe SOLT, something like that. SOLT, and that one I'm going to look to get some call options in that and target the all-time high. So that's how I'm going to play Solana. Okay. And last but not the least is going to be XRP, right? XRP. So XRP, I'm going to check out that one as well. Let's see here. Bingo. So XRP, this is a wedge pattern, right? It has struggled to break. Last time it came here, it sold. Last time it came here, it sold, right? So it came here again and it rejected. So if it's able to master the strength and courage to break above this $3.12, then we are going to see a breakout, and next profit target is going to be $3.40, and then it's going to go to the all-time high and then make new all-time high. So this is how I'm going to look to trade it in the stock market. So in the stock market, I'm also going to get the XRP leverage ETF. So again, leverage ETFs comes with risk, so you have to understand what it is. So do your due diligence, do your research on it. Again, this for educational purposes, not financial, but this what I'm going to do with my money. So that's my trade plan. Okay, so here we have XRPT. So you can ride the XRP move to the upside using this. You can buy call options on them and ride this to the upside, or you can just buy shares, right? You can buy shares of the leverage ETF and trade it. So leverage ETFs are usually, they have volatility. So how it works is that if XRP and things like rally 1%, this one can go by 2%. In the same way, if they crash by 1%, it's going to crash by 2%. So you have to know what you are getting into before you buy it and manage your risk accordingly. Okay. So yeah, so that is what I wanted to present to you guys today. I wanted to bring it out there so that you guys have the right information so that you can execute with confidence without worrying about news and all that stuff, catalysts and all these things, right? What you need to watch is that follow the price. Price action is king, right? News is great, but news can also be fake, right? But sometimes if you get the news and it works, you just have the news in your back pocket. If the chart aligns with the news, that's powerful. So that's where fundamental aligns with technical. Anytime fundamental aligns with technical, it creates a very explosive move. So news is great, but you want to take it with a grain of salt, and you always have to make your decision based on the technical. The technical has to be your final decision. Okay. So if you like this, so like this video, um, also subscribe to our channel, and also make sure you join our free community here. And so we drop all these golden nuggets every time. um, Join our free community. There's a lot of golden nuggets that we should drop there, lots of resources, free resources to learn, lots of master classes that we do. These are very educational, rich education resources. Okay. And also make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you've not a subscriber, subscribe to our YouTube channel today and hit the notification button. And then on the notification button is going to help you know anytime we go live, because every Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern, I go live on YouTube to break down the market game plan, right, for the week. So you can go to check out this YouTube channel, check out last week Sunday's game plan, and you're going to see that most of the stocks that I talked about, all of them did what I said they were going to do in the live stream. So you don't want to miss that. So if you're a market participant, if you're somebody that is invested in the market and you want to improve your trading skills, improve your investing skills, this is the right YouTube channel for you. Okay. So make sure you subscribe and hit the notification button. Thank you very much for watching this. I hope you learned something. Put some comments in the chat. Let me know what you learned today so that it can help me to continue doing this video and provide more education and golden nuggets. Thank you very much. Have a good night. Bye-bye.